What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Gene back with another YouTube video. And for this YouTube video, instead of reaction, I'm going to do a Q&A. Now, this Q&A is compiled of questions that I've seen online, just a general online questions. I mixed in some of my questions that I've come up with to kind of help y'all learn about who I am. And then at the end, there's questions from people I asked on social media. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Also, before we get started, this is a mixture of between rated G and PG-13 or PG-14. I think that's the rating. So be prepared for that, and y'all are probably gonna learn a little bit too much about me. Let me scoot up a little bit. You're gonna learn a little bit too much about me, but I have 87 questions on here, so I'm going to try not to do too much rambling. First question is favorite sport to play and watch. So my favorite sport is football to play and watch. For me, it's something that once I first saw, I got hooked. Why YouTube? Man, this one's going to be... Whew. In 2011, there was a video game that came out, NBA 2K11. That video game was so pivotal for me. I met YouTubers at the time, and we had played the game for probably like a month and a half to 2 months, and I would see myself on YouTube at a young age, so it was something I was interested in, but I never took too seriously. I was kind of content with not doing any of the work. So that kind of fizzled down until probably like 5-6 years ago. I was so into it. I had a camera. I was ready. I could just never get started. And then last year, I went to California with my family, and we went to VidCon, where there's a whole bunch of like content creators. And at that time, TikTok was relatively new. I mean, it was like over a year ago. It was almost like a year ago. But again, even when I met a couple of the YouTubers, and I couldn't get started. I think it was the idea of you start off with no support. Even with like the people it takes time to build. I mean, if you have social media, you understand it takes time to build. So it was just the idea of like, man, I'm gonna make videos, I'm gonna get no views, and how in the world am I gonna kind of start building myself? But the reason I'm doing it now is because, well, one, we're in quarantine. What else can we do? But it also gives me a reason to help people. I'm a person that helps people. I like to help people. So being able to do it on this platform, a platform where, I mean, this is worldwide. Everyone knows YouTube. So I figured, why not just start? I started the 17th of May. So I'm only a week in. It's tough. It's hard when you don't get any views, but like I said, you got to start somewhere. So that's why I did YouTube. I feel like I can help people, and then why not entertain? I already watch YouTube all the time. So why not just record myself watching YouTube? The next question is, how old are you? 24. Where do you work? I work at Crown Sports Center. It's like a sports facility. Are you in school? I am. I'm in college right now, actually. I'm not going to say where, but I'm in college. How tall are you? 6'1". What is my ethnicity? So I'm mixed with Caucasian from the Caucasus Mountains and African American. So I'm mixed. What was your favorite subject in high school? Math. Easy. And then what was your least favorite in high school? Probably English or history, I think. Which is crazy now because my favorite subject in college might be English, which I can't believe I'm saying that. And then least favorite might be math. It's crazy. What is your favorite TV show? It has been my favorite since probably like 15 years. Family Guy. Easy. Family Guy, it's perfect for my sense of humor. I love Family Guy. Are you scared of heights? I wouldn't. If I'm secure, ah, I would say I'm a little scared of heights. I don't like the idea of not being able to like. So, for instance, skydiving, never, never. Even flying on a plane, it's just like the idea. I'm in my head all the time. What do I do if I'm falling from from too high up? There's nothing I can do. So I guess I'm a little afraid of heights, but not to the point where I'd faint. Are you high maintenance? I'm the exact opposite. I literally stay to myself. So no. All right, here we go. Boobs or a butt guy? Butt. Easy. Everyone that knows me knows that. That's easy. I'm not even gonna get into detail. How many sexual partners have you had? So if we're talking actual like the, uh, if we're talking sex, zero. I'm a virgin. I'm a man of the Lord. But if we're talking anything other, probably like probably like 10 to 15. And a lot of people don't know that. And I'm probably gonna get a lot of comments from people I know like stop lying and stuff like that, but probably like 10 to 15. My first sexual experience, I was 7 or 8. I guess I can explain a little bit. It was just my mom and myself growing up. So I was wild. I was wild. That's all I'm gonna say. If y'all want me to get more detail with some of these, you'll have to just leave a comment. Maybe I'll get onto it. Recent sexual experience. Probably like 2 years ago. Yeah, I would say probably like 2 years ago. My last crush was a girl at college. Her name was Jenna. That's all I'm gonna say. Are you more likely to avoid conflict or engage it head on? I guess it really depends on the severity. Yeah, that's a word. Yeah, severity, like how severe it is. But I would say probably engage it head on more times than not. Are you a dog person or a cat person? Both. I have cats now. I've had cats growing up, but I'm allergic to cats. But I mean, my dog growing up was my best friend. Are you a fan of any sports teams? One sports teams or one sports teams, one sports team out of all the sports that I've played and watched is a football team, the Philadelphia Eagles. Are you a good cook? Probably not. If you had more courage, what would you do differently in your life right now? Well, starting YouTube took a little courage because I'm talking to my iPhone 8 right now and just looking at myself. So that takes courage. But I would probably have a girlfriend right now, or be talking to more girls. But growing up, confidence was tough for me, so I'm still working on it. What is good about how you're living your life right now? It works, drama free, and I'm doing the best I've ever done in school. I got good friends, good family. It just works. If you could eliminate one weakness or limitation in your life, what would it be? I guess it probably ties in with the other question about courage. Probably my confidence. That could be, if that was higher, it could be dangerous. I'll say that. Who has left the most impact on your life? Mom, easy. Who is the best teacher you've ever had? Mr. Stein, sixth grade history teacher. Shout out to Mr. Stein. I hope he's still rocking. He was old at the time. Who is the first person you call when something exciting happens? Mom. Who's the last person you call when something horrible happens? Mom again. Can you close your eyes and raise your eyebrows? Why is that? Why did I have that there? That's so. Can you whistle? Easy. Can you dance? No, not great. I'll say this. I have rhythm, but I can't. If I learned dance moves, I could dance. But freelancing, I just rock side to side to the beat. I have rhythm though. Do you remember your dreams? Too vividly. Uh, I would say if it's not all of them, because I think they says like 7 dreams per time you sleep or something like that. But yeah, I guess. Do you save old greeting cards and letters or throw them away? I save them. I don't ever throw them away. It's just good to look back on them sometimes. I don't usually know where I put them though. Do you sing in the shower all the time? Sing, rap, Even though I can't dance, dance. Do you sleep with the lights on or off? Off. If you sleep with the lights on, you're a psycho. Do you prefer kissing or cuddling? Neither. I'm a man of the Lord. Do you prefer that people shoot straight with you or temper their words? If you dance around and make me have to guess, play 21 questions with you, I'm just not even going to take the time. Just be straightforward with me. Seriously. Do you have tattoo? Do you have a tattoo? I have 8. I mean, yeah, I can see I have others, but do you have a whole lot of acquaintances or just a very few close friends? I would say more of a very few close friends than a whole lot of acquaintances. I don't really talk to that many people, so a very few close friends. Do you have any allergies? Yes, especially during allergy season. Do you have pets? 2 cats right now. Do you have a best friend? If so, then who? Yeah, my guy Mike Plowden. Shout out to Mike. I mean, he's just it's like I literally have a little brother. It's like we're the same. It's so cool. Do you believe in love at first sight? Yeah, I do. Who performs the most random acts of kindness out of everyone you know? I don't know, honestly. I would say I'm up there. I'm definitely up there. Who sent the last text message you received? My guy Joe Mish. He's the guy I played video games with, and he said I got to eat, got a headache. Fair. Who was the last person you ate dinner with? My mom and my sister. Actually, a couple days ago. Who was your first girlfriend? So I was in second grade. Second grade. This girl Camellia at the time. Shout out to Camellia. Whew, man. Yeah, first girlfriend. I remember how it went too. Nah, I'm not gonna explain it. Who was your first celebrity crush? Jennifer Aniston. Easy, easy. Yeah, it was her and like Christina Aguilera at the time. J Lo. I mean, you know. Who was your first friend in college? Tim Gordon. Shout out to Tim. Tim, that's my guy. So he had a kid. I think his kid's like 6 months old now. Crazy. What is your idea of special time together? I don't know. I guess it depends on who it is. What is your most used swear word? The F word. The reason I'm not going to say is I don't want to get demonetized. What is an ideal first date for you? Again, it depends on who it is. I don't know. Probably something more low key. I don't like to do. I'm not a guy that wants to go and do the most. Something simple. What is at the top of your bucket list? Ooh, probably starting a family. I'm just waiting for the right time for that. Either that or right now, honestly, YouTube is. If I can, I don't want to say like be a YouTube sensation, but if I can be like a top name in YouTube and for the right reasons, not because I want to exploit people and just for the money, but like I don't know. I think being a quality YouTuber should be one of the top ones on my bucket list. What is something you look for in a partner? I don't know. That's looks only take you so far. The personality matters most. It's hard to explain because it's so much. I don't even necessarily know. It's one of those like things you don't think about. What is the name of your first pet? So, yeah, I guess a cat when I was like, 4, from what I remember. Kitty, who we had to put down. I remember that, and that was rough. But Kitty, which was a cat. What scares you about aging? Losing people I love and losing icons. It's not really about me necessarily. It's just like the people I love. They're getting older as well. That worries me big time. How difficult is it for you to be honest even when your words may be hurtful or unpopular? It's mainly the little things I'm not as honest about, but like I'm a pretty honest person to be fair. So I don't really think it's that difficult. I guess it really depends on how severe it is, but it's really not that difficult. How has your birth order of siblings affected you? So I'm the oldest, and my little sister is 11 years younger than me. It's helped me kind of developed more of like a dad kind of vibe. Like I've learned more. I feel better being in like her life. I feel like what I'm learning from when I've taken care of her, or just even knowing her, and then I feel like I can translate that from when I have kids. How many girlfriends have you had? We're gonna count. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna count in person and like long distance because I've had long distance girlfriends. Whoo, probably probably like 5 or 6. Yeah, probably like 5 or 6. How many countries have you been to? 0. How many pairs of shoes do you currently own? Probably around 10. I don't like to. I do like shoes, but they're expensive. But I don't like to buy too many shoes, so I keep them. I keep them until they're really worn out. How many rings before you answer the phone? It depends on who it is. If it's like family, I don't let it ring too much. But if it's somebody I really don't feel like talking to, I'll just look at it ring and then I'll carry on. How many tattoos do you have? Like 8. Was that a duplicate? I think so. How old do you think you'll be when you get married? Probably around 30. Partially by choice and partially not, but I don't want it to go any higher than like 35. Even then, that's still a little old for me. So hopefully within the next 10 years. How old were you when you found out that Santa wasn't real? I was like 8, and it sucked. Oh, I was so mad at my mom. How old were you when you learned how to ride a bike? Probably like 6, 7, maybe even a little earlier. Probably around 6, I would say. Which store would you choose to max out your credit card? There's no store. I refuse. I don't want to say I'm cheap, but I'm kind of cheap when it comes to money. I'm like Julius from Everybody Hates Chris. Would you ever consider living abroad? No. I don't really have that interest of just living abroad or even visiting. It's like maybe visiting, but like living, I'm cool where I'm at. How many days could you last in solitary confinement? Probably 1. I'm in my head all the time. I mean, it's constant scenarios in my head, so probably 1 day. Have you forgiven yourself for past personal failures? Yeah, you have to. If you don't forgive yourself, you will haunt yourself. So, I have forgiven myself, and I've gotten stronger from them. Have you ever suffered a fracture? I have. I've fractured the top of my foot and my heel. Both from football, too. Great. No, 1 football, 1 basketball. Have you ever dated 2 people at the same time? Yeah. Long distance, not in person, but long distance, yeah. I feel so bad for that. Um, I guess date. Yeah. Yeah. Have you ever ridden on a motorcycle? Yeah. Have you ever taken self-defense lessons? I haven't, but I'm more of a self-taught type of person. I go on YouTube, and it even started when I was younger, and I would search in Roy Jones Jr. highlights. Have you ever won a trophy or an award? Yeah. And what was it for? Sports. And then awards, I've won some African American awards, and then like in school awards, like perfect attendance and stuff like that. Dean's List. At what age did you go on your first date? I was in middle school, early middle school, I think. And one of my friends at the time, her name's Lindsay, we went to elementary school together. She ended up moving a year before to a place that I ended up moving to a year after. Didn't know about it. We had a class together. My mom and her mom set us up, and it was a disaster. Shout out to Lindsay, though. She's cool. She's cool. We're cool, but that was a disaster. After a breakup, would you rather be alone or surrounded by friends? Alone. At first, alone. After a while, surrounded by friends, and you're over it. But at first, you got to give me time to grieve. Have you ever eaten a booty? And if not, would you? Jeez. Um, um, I have, and it wasn't bad. That's gonna be so awkward. I have though. Liam. Oh, okay. So now These last few questions are from people I know, except for this first one. This first one was actually on my Berlizzi reaction video, so check that out. And he commented, Liam, shout out to Liam, by the way, my very first YouTube comment. He asked, can you describe the greatest moment of your life? I don't know if I have one particular moment. Definitely one of them was my freshman year of high school. We were playing, I was on the freshman team, freshman captain, by the way. We were playing our rivals, and Coach Sims called my name. I passed it into Nick. I was an inbounder. I passed it into Nick. He was a center. He got doubled by the inbounder, guarded me. I popped out to the corner, passed it to me, Cash. We got the win. It was like 3 seconds left. My game winner. That was one of the greatest moments of my life. Easy. Or when I hit a 3-run home run on All-Star Baseball. Absolutely. I mean, I think of sports moments because anything other than sports is most of the moments. My guy Mike Plow, he asked, "Are you sweet?" Now, y'all are probably gonna think there's something wrong with him, which there is, but when he's saying sweet, he's asking, am I sweet? Am I sugary? Am I fruity? Am I gay? Pretty much. And no, I'm not. Mike, you're nut. My guy Kendall Jackson in college, also one of the people I first met, he asked, "Why are you so tough?" People gas me up. I don't know why. He's one of those dudes that gasses me up relentlessly. I'm not tough. I just do me. I mean, I wouldn't say it's tough. I stay by myself. I don't know. My guy Michael Regoli, shout out to Michael, man. We graduated together. He asked, "What's my dream job?" He has 2 questions. He asked, "What's my dream job?" Probably doing this. I wouldn't necessarily call this a job. It's more of like a hobby. But if you're getting paid for it, it's kind of a job. Probably, probably doing this. Honestly, it's fun. You have your own hours. You react or do whatever with your own content. I feel like that's perfect. And then he asked, "What are your goals in 2 years, 5 years, and 10 years?" 2 years, graduate college. That's a goal. I'll say hopefully be a top YouTuber in 2 years. 5 years, also the top YouTuber, but hopefully have a girlfriend in 5 years. I think that right now I don't really care about not having a girlfriend, but in 5 years I should most definitely have one. And in 10 years, maybe start a family. Yeah, probably start a family. And that's probably my biggest one in 10 years is start a family. Hopefully YouTube's still a thing. I have a YouTube channel. My guy Chase Porter asked, man, this 23 minutes long. We're almost done. Chase Porter asks, "What's rounder? An orange?" Well, what's rounder and orange? No, I think it's and. Yeah, what's rounder and orange? I don't know what Chase is talking about. Shout out to Chase, but you missed me with this one. Jock, who is my stepdad's best friend, shout out to Jock. He asked, "What's for dinner?" The same thing that's for dinner every time. Because right now I live in like an apartment right on campus. Chicken and rice. It's the same thing every night. My mom asked, "Who's the best mom?" Easily her. She's the reason I'm still living today. And she will probably be the reason I always live. She's, man, it's so hard to describe her because she's my world. So without her, I wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't even be here. I don't know. I would probably be in an insane asylum. I don't know. She's definitely the reason I am who I am. And I love who I am. My guy Josh Goldberg. Shout out to you, Josh. Again, he was one of the first people I ever met moving to a place I went to school at. So shout out to Josh. He asked, "What is the greatest challenge and how did you conquer it?" My greatest challenge, Um, I suffered depression, and without the support of family and friends, it would have definitely gotten the best of me. So I would say I conquered it by almost just starting over. Not necessarily changing who I am, but just I have a chance to start over. Let me start over. After that, I feel like I've conquered it. I've not been suicidal in at least 4 or 5 years. And then the very last question is from Morgan Elburn. Shout out to Morgan. She's Morgan's awesome. Morgan's a fantastic person. She's one of those people. I don't know. I don't really talk to her as much anymore, but I just saw her for spring break, so shout out to Morgan. And we've known each other for a while. She's a great friend. She asked, "You good?" I'm great. I'm fantastic, actually. But that is all of the YouTube Q&A. I would have so many more questions if this wasn't already almost 30 minutes long. So I think if you all want more clarification or even maybe like a part two of this, you'll have to let me know. I wouldn't mind going into more depth, but this was 87 questions and I didn't want this to be an hour long. So if you all liked it, please leave a like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification. Share it. Make sure everyone gets a chance to see this. I had originally wanted to do Q&A when I got a little more clout, I guess you could say, more of a following, more supporters. But I don't know. Maybe if I get more supporters, I'll do something like this again. But if you do want a part two, you have to let me know. And I'm out. Peace.